Okay, YouTubers, here we go. We're into June 15th. Actually, half the month's gone already. Jeez. All right, here's what we're doing. Hayfield ain't quite ready yet. Yes, there are some heads out there and all that, but due to the day job and the hours that it is, this is gonna wait till I have a larger window of time off to where I can get it all done. I know it's only 2 acres, but it's getting the time shot right to do it. So this is gonna hold off till then. As you can see from the start, yes, I have broke out the John Deere 260 disc mower. Gave it a quick once over. Went and of course in behind this cover here, there are 4, I don't know if you can see through that little hole or not, there's 4 V-belts that run from your PTO driven pulley down to the pulley that drives the gearbox that drives disc blades. Pop that off, check the belts. Yeah, they're a little weather checked and worse for wear, but they will work for what I do or going to do. Gave the U-joints a shake and rattle. They should be okay. I need to grease them yet, but I'll do that the day before I hook up to go, or when I go to hook up to go mow, actually. There again, I bought this at an auction. It's a little worse for wear. Previous owners, you know, they beat it up, tore it up, but it works well for me. What the heck? Put that there. One thing somebody asked in my last videos was where checking oil and stuff on the thing is. On this one main gearbox here, you know, here's your top hole. You're going to put your oil in, but I don't know how well you're going to see it with my finger, but right there is where you can check your oil level, and there's a drain below it. Like I mentioned, the individual, you have your cutter bar sitting level, check your oil there, and that should have oil accordingly. Check that, we're good. As for the bar itself, maybe I'll get the manual out and I'll show that, because I'm not going to do it right now, but I believe somewhere around this second turtle on the underside, second turtle up underneath, is a plug, probably like this, about like this, that you can check at oil level with. You know, I took the angle grinder and flap wheel and I shined up the blades a little bit, made sure everything turned freely. So this thing here should be good to go for the most part. And of course, as most of you have probably seen or realized, I store this over in the horse barn, and it's always on that old hay wagon. So toy tractor has to pick this up, get you dizzy, off of that, so I can set it on the ground. No. And one thing I do, just because I do, whenever I set this mower on the ground, I set it on these 4x4s here and here, and then I even put a, well, in this case it's like a 2x12 underneath the little jack stand leg here. That way it doesn't sink in the ground. Plus, I'll go back the 806 up to it if I'm close to where I can catch the lift arm on this side, but this one's just shade off. I can wrestle it and grab that end and pull it that way, or push it that way to line this up to get mounted on the tractor. And I just don't like leaving this stuff set on the ground, on bare ground, and be like that. But one of the things I can do. One other thing before anybody asks, yes, you can adjust this shoe. It's on its lowest setting, but there are 3 holes. Hopefully you can see that. There's 3 holes there and there. And the same on the back side, where you can adjust that shoe lower and raise your height if you need. I'll probably just leave mine right where it is and chop up dirt clods and all and go at it. And like I've said in the past, when I go to set this up, I try to set this bar where it's pretty much level, maybe a slight tip forward, but not so much that these blades are hitting the ground and making a dust storm. So anyway, that being said, let's try to make some more video. I'm going to take that old flat wagon with the gator and we'll put it back in the horse barn, and then go over the hay baler and get it ready. Just give it a quick once over, maybe a little bit of grease, all it's really going to need, because you know, hey, I don't do a lot of work with it, kind of on purpose. Alright, hang in there, I'll show you something else in a few minutes. Okay, YouTubers, welcome to the horse barn. It's where I keep the hay. This horse being a pain in the butt. Wife's dang horse for you. But anyway, for those of you who are horse lovers, there he is. The wife's dang horse. My pain in the butt. There you go. Alright, sorry about the quick spin. Alright, back to the horse barn. Back to the hay stuff. Yeah, I brought the old hay wagon, old flat wagon, hay wagon, whatever you want to call it, rack wagon. Brought it back down to the horse barn, pushed it back in here out of the way for now. I've got my better wagon that you can go back and look through some videos, and there's a video on how, on this one, and how it was built, as far as the deck it's on it. But the running gear is just an anhydrous, old anhydrous running gear with a 5th wheel pivot on the front axle. You know, you guys know those tow pretty decent down the road. Not a lot of this stuff as you're going. But there's a video on that. If I find it, I'll try and put it in the link. I'll link it up there somehow or another, if I think about it and remember it, because I'm editing this. Yes, I do a little editing. It's mainly just putting the pieces together. Otherwise, as I'm jabbering along here, yeah, that wagon there has the whole front axle pivots with you, where this one here is like your automobile, where it has kingpins at each wheel, and then tie rods hooked to the tongue, and then those tend to sway a little bit. This one's old and wore out. A real pain in the butt for me to back, but we'll do what we can with it. Like I said, I mainly just nowadays I just put the disc mower on and store it in here in the winter. That way it's on the ground, it's out of the weather. It's just easier to do that, because between the posts is about 9.5, 10 feet roughly. So it's not easiest to back things in like that in there, because that disc mower is about 7 foot, 10, 8 foot wide cut. With the tractor and everything, it's just not easy to back it in there. Looky there, I've killed 3 minutes just jabbering and pointing out. Alright, what I'm going to do out here, it's the usual. I do it and I talk about it, whatever. Is we're going to give the old New Holland 565 baler a once over. Make sure everything looks good. I'll go ahead and I'll grease it up while I'm here. The tedder, I'll wait and grease it when I've got it on the tractor, so I can lift it up and get to the bars and put grease on them easier. It's just easier to do it that way. But this thing, I can go ahead and do the U-joints. Check in here. Drop this, pop this cover here, and check that out, and chains, and lay that cover open, and I think there's a, I have to turn it, but I think there's a grease fitting on the plunger. Need to hit a few grease fittings there. Go ahead and go through the knotters and put a little bit of grease on them. Make sure they're good to go, and the needles. Pivot points on the needles, check them out, make sure they're good. And then kind of look at the tires. They look okay overall at a glance. And I'd bought this baler at an auction probably a couple years ago. I think I'll try putting our link up there where I first got it. And one of the main reasons why I bought this particular baler is, one, I don't deal well with custom balers a lot of times. He was a good guy, still is a good guy. He come down some baling for me when my other baler was down, and while I was trying to decide, I was on the fence of buy another one or just let him do it. When you get custom balers going between your field and his other customers' fields and his own fields, you get that seed, the seed of the other farmer, rancher, hay grower's crop on the baler, and then that stuff shakes out in your field. And next thing you know, you got stuff you don't want in your field. That's what kind of happened with me there. His baler had some stuff on it. Thought I had something out of my field I didn't want. He baled for me a little bit. Next thing I know, I've got a lot of stuff I don't want. So I bit, yeah, I know it's only 2 acres. It's probably more. It's a hobby, guys. Guys spend more on golf clubs than I do on this, probably, or a car or truck. But anyway, that's my thing. But one reason why I bought this baler when I saw it at the auction and paid what I did for it was the knotters. The knotters looked like they were had just been rebuilt not that long ago. And I talked with another guy in the area, and I believe he was pretty confident with the individual that had rebuilt this, which just happens to be an Amish guy. Matter of fact, he even had his business cards in with the twine roll area there, box, where he was, hey, I work on balers. Now, of course, he's about 45 miles from me, but worst case scenario, I could take this probably back to him and have him work on it. But yeah, I'm gonna go through, grease this up, get it going. Hell, I've killed 7 minutes. Even get a little bit of history you didn't really want to know about. But yeah, I'm gonna grease this up, get it going, get working, just hook on it and go. Check it out, and go from there. So yeah, here's the baler I'm going to use with the 806, as you guys well know. That's all I can really say for the most part. There's not much you guys don't know about these already. You don't really need me telling you how to maintain them, how to operate them. Of course, this was back when Ford was still involved with New Holland, so that kind of dates it for some of you that know that part, because some of the newer ones, I believe it's the newer ones, they have the New Holland emblem there, logo. Yeah, that's all I really got for you guys. little short history on this, what I'm going to do to it. There might be a tine or two missing on the pickup teeth. I'm not going to replace those right now. I don't do any custom baling with it. Yeah, I could make some extra money that way, but it's just me pretty much by myself when it comes to doing the baling. I'm not going to roll in and cut, you know, do the whole thing, cut, rake, and bale, or just roll in and bale by myself, you know, because I know a lot of guys probably want to just drop it on the ground. There might be some, but yeah, you guys folks on YouTube know I've got the baler. So my neighbors, they drive by, they realize, oh, he's got a baler. But I don't advertise that I'm on a custom bale, and you know, maybe I'll do that in my retirement years or something, just to get me out of the house, out of the wife's hair. But anyway, there, I've killed, we'll have probably a 15-minute video just in that discussion with that and the mower. I'll tell you what, I'm just gonna let you go. I'm gonna do my work, and we'll just close this up at that. As for all the rest of yous, you know, hey, you stuck this video out that long. Thanks, appreciate you. So's the Smokey, aka wife's dang horse. And I've got a third name, another name for him: Father-in-law's Revenge, or Daddy's Revenge. Because this was my father-in-law's horse, and before he passed away years ago, he gave this horse to my wife. Now, he's not a rideable horse. He's not a horse you can hook up to a plow. He's just a pretty to look at horse, and I just hate to part with him. He's a sentimental value thing with the wife. There, we'll kill a few more minutes. But a little quick short story on that. So guys, when you marry a girl, look at what your father-in-law has, potential father-in-law has around the place. He might just have a horse and stick you with it. He might, you never know. But anyway, a little bit on the horse, a little bit on the hay baler, a little bit on the mower. There you go. But I'll catch you on the next one if you stuck it out this long. Y'all take care, stay safe. As always, please comment, rate, and subscribe. I like when you guys comment. And I'll catch you on the next one. Take care, bye.